All right, in 3, 2, 1. Boys, we are the boys in motion. We give you our devotion. Chemistry, we are the chemistry in motion. Sorry, I butchered that.
Every time. Joe, I never know what you're going to do, and you want us to know. He's like,
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I called it chemistry because we're supposed to have chemistry, guys.
I know, but you should have said chemistry. We are like
Chemistry, I know. We'll try it again. 3, 2, 1. Chemistry, we are chemistry in motion. We give you our devotion. Boys.
Okay.
All right. We're live. And
We're live. And today we have a very special guest, very talented, multi-talented man out here. You may know him as, how do people know you?
Combo.
But I feel like other people know him as Combo, but the general public know him as James Marino.
Yes.
But like the deep fans like myself know him as Combo. I think I'm special because I know him. That's all.
Yo, don't start today, Gerald. So anyway,
we have Mr. James Combo Marino in the building.
oh, he's here. Oh, it's
Look at that boy. What up, Broski? Hey, look at the
Dang.
with the leather jacket.
Well, I haven't seen you all day, bro. Yo, funny thing. I used to tell people that your middle name was Combo.
It is.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm gonna be so happy about that.
Yo, that would've been fire.
What do you think my middle name is?
Charles.
Wait, hold on.
Bro, come on, try again.
Okay.
Vincent.
What ethnicity are you?
Luca.
Italian.
Italian.
Luca. I like the
That's
movie.
a great one, though. No.
James.
What does it start with?
M.
Ooh.
Not Michael.
Maurice.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, Michael?
Maurice.
Yeah.
Oh,
shoot.
Michael.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
James Michael Marino.
I didn't know Michael was Italian.
You heard it here first, y'all.
Okay.
James
Interesting.
Michael.
Does it have a different pronunciation?
Oh. Well, if I was Spanish, mine would be
Mikael.
Tomas.
Mikael.
I love it. I love
All right,
Tomas.
so we start out the pod always with just seeing how everybody's doing on the pod. So I'll start it off. Today I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good.
Let's go.
I didn't get too much sleep last night, but I woke up this morning ready to go. And I got a lot done as far as just my personal stuff. And I took the little one to the doctor's office for the first time in a while. And that's always tough because, man.
It's nerve-wracking.
Oh, my goodness. So nerve-wracking. But she's all good. Everything checks out. We're all good.
Good.
Everything's good. And went back home again, worked on some stuff. And, just had a productive day. Like last week, same thing, productive day. And I'm going to probably crash right after this because I need more sleep.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. How about you, T.Y.?
Oh, I'm next?
Yeah, we'll go next.
I'm usually first, but
Yeah.
Gerald is happy. I had a stressful weekend, but it's all good. Okay, cool. So my car had, my battery died or whatever. So instead of getting it jumped and all this other stuff, wasn't worried about it. It was in a Walmart parking lot at this point.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what, I'm going to leave it here. I'm just going to wait. Took my Sunday. I was like, Sunday, fun day.
Oh, so you're just like, so what'd you do? Just walk back?
Stress-free.
I know, right?
Stress-free, because I was like, I'm not going to do nothing besides bringing the, because I didn't know it was the battery per se. It might have been my alternator battery. You never know until you like test it out. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to just worry about this right now. I'm not going to wake nobody up to jump it. I'm not going to do anything. It's 2 a.m. at this point.
Oh, wow.
Right. So I'm like, you
What are you
know,
doing at Walmart at 2 a.m.?
oh, I was dropping off Ashley.
Okay.
Ashley Anderson. But we were that's like after a club.
Ashley.
After a club. So yeah. We're doing it at
I
Walmart.
was like, yeah, we need more context.
Pretty
behind this
much.
story.
It's about the car and about the
Walmart 2 a.m.
So this was the stressful part, but the thing is, I took that stress, instead of making it stressful, I just said, you know what? It's out of my hands. I can't really do much after this point. So I'm like, you know what? Just let it ride. And everything worked out. Today I got it towed to a place. Easy. I didn't pay for that. And then the tow people, the place that I'm getting it fixed at is gonna fix it.
Oh.
Easy thing.
Nice.
Little extra money out of my pocket, but you know, it all worked out. I wasn't stressed about it on Sunday. Like I could have been like stressed out on Sunday, like, oh, I need to get to my car, all this other stuff, and I couldn't do anything. So I'm happy that I was like not stressed.
That's
Chilling
the
out.
best thing you could do.
Yeah.
No
yeah.
stress.
I was like, there's no point. It's
Number
no
one
point.
killer. No
Yeah, yeah.
stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm new here. I'm new.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out so we could chill. You know, we're trying to chill over here on this table. We're
Oh,
chilling.
it's like all in my face.
We're trying to chill on this table.
Yeah. Boom.
Okay.
James.
Me?
Feeling, bro?
Bro, I'm feeling so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like so good, yeah.
Dang, I like
Just
that energy.
Give us a.
I've always kind of been like that, but lately I've been really, really good at just being calm all the time and just accepting things for as they're coming as I'm transitioning into this. I feel like I'm transitioning to the next stage of my life with everything,
Dope.
and I'm just trusting it. I'm just doing what I want to do every day, and the things that I like to do, just building my businesses, dancing as much as I can, working on, we're going to talk about it later, subconscious trends as much as I can. And yeah, I just feel excited for everything that's going to happen because I know it's all going to work out.
That's a beautiful space to be in, man.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful space to be in.
He said businesses, guys.
Businesses.
Plural.
Damn. James ain't playing around. He said no days off.
No sleep.
No days off.
No sleep.
Queasy.
But calm and collective and having a good day, doing what you want to do.
Okay.
There it is.
I hate that.
So we dropping gems already. Let's go. Queasy, how you feeling, Brody?
I'm feeling cool. I took another day off today, even though I had like a 4-day weekend.
Take your days off.
Yes, I was like, I can't come in today because I just can't do it. I need one more day. So I just slept all day, cleaned my room a little bit, and now I'm here.
Hey.
Yes.
Yo, you know what? As simple as that sounds, I would love to do something like that. Sounds so good. Cleaning your room, the feeling of cleaning your room,
Yo.
and there's like chilling after that. There's no better feeling, man.
Yes.
I'm not finished, but
I can't take my shoes off yet.
I mean, I made my bed. That's it.
I take bad breaks. Like, I could have been done today, but I just take bad breaks.
Do you get distracted?
Yeah.
I get distracted.
You play music when you like clean and stuff?
I play music.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
You
over.
have to. You have to. And like 5 seconds later, you're like, oh, shit.
Yep.
I
Yep.
actually stopped
get
playing
jiggy with
music
it.
because I will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
it's definitely not going.
No.
I have to. I have to do something.
I clean, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I was looking for this, and I'll end up 10 minutes looking for something, and then as I'm looking for it, I'm like, what was I looking for again?
I highly relate to that.
Is that age?
No, bro.
No.
No.
No,
I've
is that
always
just
done that.
Mind just
do
thinking
that.
all the time.
yeah. You're
Because
just cleaning
I
up.
literally be like, I
Sidetracked.
have this task, and then all right, I'm distracted. It don't take 10 minutes, and then that will lead me to something else, and I'm like,
Are
did I do it in
you,
the first place?
No.
are you like that in life? I was gonna say, are you like that in life though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got to work on your focus.
Oh my god, yo, that's
I have no
definitely,
focus.
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
big.
for sure. Like, there's a
Focus.
lot of people in general, so for sure.
Yeah.
Cause I was literally folding clothes and then I stopped and watched a 2-hour movie.
That's a little different. That's a little different type of distraction. That's a full-on give up.
2-hour movie, like this, like, what was I doing? Oh, I was cleaning. Like, at the end of the movie, I was cleaning up.
Good. It was good.
There goes the
Wait, hold on. Did you stop cleaning and then put the movie on, or was it already
I was
on?
like, cause I was like, let me watch this while I start folding. And then I just started watching it. And I'm sitting here with a pile of clothes. I'm just like, this is really good.
This is really good.
You gotta finish.
And then I came here.
And the clothes are still there.
They're still there.
Still there. Damn.
Nice.
All right, so you cleaned the room, but you didn't finish.
Nope.
I bet. Hey,
I'll
progress.
finish
You know
next
what I'm saying?
week.
Progress.
Hey, listen, we're gonna talk about focus though. I like the fact of focus, and the reason why is because I going back to quitting my job at ESPN. There's so much more space in here now that it's easy to lose. Like you think, like coming, like I thought I was like, all right, bet I got so much stuff I can do, and I got so much time, I can hit the ground running, boom. And I think it's because now my brain is like, ooh, we can do all this, we can do all this. Now I'm like, that's where the unfocused parts come in, where I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shoot, I can do this, but I can also do this, I can also do this too, and then that's where I don't know why.
That's the entrepreneur life.
And
Yeah.
it's
Entrepreneur
slowly
life. Yeah.
getting better.
Yeah.
It's slow, like,
Yeah.
just literally, like I told these guys the other day, just holding myself accountable more and making sure that, you're your own boss, basically. Like, yo, get this done at this time so that you get it done.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to plug this right now.
Oh, plug.
You need to join the Habit Builder Society then.
What is the Habit Builder Society,
The
James?
Habit Builder
Habit
Society is
Builder
this
Society.
new society I'm literally building through my company.
Dope.
I started something randomly where I really realized that people needed help with accountability. And everyone wants to do some tasks, but that's what happens is we start something, we want to get it done, and we don't get it done. A week goes by, 2 weeks goes by, 3 weeks goes by, it like piles up, and then we're like, oh, I still have to do this task. Instead of just getting it done and doing it and moving on and accomplishing things.
Right.
And so I saw that I had the ability to do that pretty well. So I started just throwing it out there. Hey, let me do some groups with people.
Right.
So I started having people email me, hey, let's start this thing. And I was so nervous my first day. I got some people and I'm like, what am I doing? Like I'm going to tell other people what to do.
Yeah.
All right.
So I started working with a couple people at a time. And then, so now I have 2 and 3 groups going. And we've been doing it for 3 months now. And every Sunday we meet up and we just have a talk about what we have scheduled. We plan for what we want to do for the week. And then every Sunday we meet up and talk about how much we got done. Our hard days, our easy days. And then I realized, I was like, wow, if I could build a society of people that hold each other accountable for this stuff, it's going to translate out to everybody, to family, to friends, more people.
Yeah.
And then I really thought about coining it and I said, okay, well, this is a real thing. So I wanted to call it the Habit Builder Society.
Wow.
Because if we could create a pocket of people that really hold each other accountable, I think that's going to do wonders for not just our personal selves, but our local communities. And then local communities will be able to make it greater than that. And I think it'll really influence the world as a whole. So that's the biggest project I'm working on right now, to be honest.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fire.
And I think
need that.
I think that's like, and like let's say we were one of your groups, like I'd hold these dudes accountable
Exactly.
at the same time. So I like that. I like that it's literally a community to be each other's bosses.
Yes.
Kinda, right?
Exactly, right? So we get, and I try to put people together that have similar interests. And usually people don't know each other, but I kind of figure it out, and I'm like, oh, these people will work well together.
Right.
Similar, whatever, backgrounds, whatever we're working on. And it's cool how it works because every Sunday you literally get to build a relationship with somebody else too that maybe you didn't even know before.
Right.
Because right now it's actually strangers working with each other from different
Gotcha.
parts of the world
That's
and
dope.
different parts of the United States right now. And so it's cool because you learn about different people, you learn about what they go through and what stopped them from maybe, and it's super simple things because through my company I started something called the Kaizen Method, which I learned in Japan, which is starting at baby steps. Instead of trying to accomplish a really big goal, you take something and you're like, all right, cool, I want to be a writer. All right, write a book. What do I do? Well, here, just start writing 15 minutes a day. If you start writing 15 minutes a day, everybody can do that if you want to do it, and then you just keep doing it until you get better and better. So building those little ideas up and seeing how other people do them, and then they choose, like for example, someone's exercising, someone wants to walk, one person wants to be a writer, another person is like applying for jobs, and it's like we structure it so that they have their tasks, and then boom, you do the same task all week.
Wow.
5 days. That's it. Don't try to add it. Don't try to add anything that's going to distract you. Don't try to increase like, okay, I walked for 15 minutes today. I'm going to do an hour tomorrow. No, you're not.
Wow.
You're not going to do an hour
true,
tomorrow.
right?
You know what I mean? Just do 15 minutes. And then as soon as that starts to become the habit, it changes your life because you start to transform as a person. You realize like, oh, I am a walker.
Yeah.
Or like even if you want to practice dance, right? Some people don't know how much to practice. So sometimes people don't practice at all because they're overwhelmed, or they can't structure it where one day they'll practice for 30 minutes, another day they have 3 hours, and then one day they'll just stop for 3 days. Versus, okay, let's just do 45 minutes a day. Every single day, you're going to get better because you're doing it way more consistently.
And I think you posted something one day where you said, this might have been a while ago, and I'm paraphrasing, I might not get it right, but you said something about at least if you do at least a little bit during that day, you're still making progress toward the big goal,
Absolutely.
right?
And
that's
you're
pretty
more,
much what
and you become more confident in it because you recognize you're able to do it every day.
Absolutely.
You don't need to take these huge days where you're like really chopping away for 2, 3, 4 hours. You can if you have the time, right? But it's not necessary to accomplish your goal. As long as you're just working towards it every day. Think about this. If you have a month and you break it down instead of a year, if you accomplish something in a month's time, right? And you say, I'm going to do 5 days out of the week,
Yeah.
right? Instead of 7, 5. Cool. 5, 10, 15, 20. 4 weeks, you're going to do 20 days out of the month of whatever particular task. Let's just say I want to drink water.
Right.
Right. I don't drink water ever. I mean, I do, but I'm saying the person doesn't drink water. I want to get better at doing this.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink 2 of these bottles a day because I don't drink any right now. Cool. You do that for 20 days. You're already 20 days better at doing this in a
Not
month.
doing it at all.
And now you're already used to it. So now the second one, all right, cool. Guess what? 3 bottles now. It's way easier to now just add 1 more bottle than starting at, hey, I'm going to do 8 of these a day. No, you're not. No, you're not. You know what I mean? So the whole point is, I don't want people to give up.
Yeah.
What happens is they get confident too fast, or they put their goals too high. And so they get discouraged because they can't accomplish it, and they go, I can't. I don't like that word.
Yeah.
Can't is, I don't use that word. I literally am like, you can do anything you want. You just got to figure out how to do it. And so breaking it down to smaller habits, I literally have fallen in love with this process because I've seen it work. Everybody I worked with, it's like you see them light up when they understand that, oh, I can do that. Yeah, you can. And then you can build from there. And now you don't need me anymore. That's my goal.
I like that.
That's dope.
Hell yeah.
And literally holding people accountable. Because speaking of the water, I got a big gallon of water, and I was like, I jumped in super confident, and I was like, for the next 2 weeks, I'm drinking this big gallon every day. Did it for the first week, fell off a day, picked it back up, fell off after that, never got back to it.
Now you got to join the Habit Builder Society, bro. I got you.
Yo, where can we find that, James?
It's on subconscioustrends.com. I got a website. I have everything set up. I have an IG. And literally, bro, like that's what I'm saying. It's like if you have that goal, say you want to drink a gallon of water. I think it's important. I think everybody should really have their, especially as dancers.
Yeah,
it's really important.
Yeah.
And if you want to do that, maybe you shouldn't start in a gallon. Because if you can't keep that up, just hit a liter.
Right. But that makes more sense. Like you said, do start with the small, baby steps, basically.
Baby steps. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Baby steps.
Mind you, he's drinking water and we're drinking Coke.
I know, right?
That's real good.
Priorities.
Thank you. No.
There's water in here.
Yeah, right. That liquid looking kind of dark on there. I was like,
It's kind of light.
A see-through cup.
Water. Color. Water's blue, right?
It's blue, right?
wait a second.
Now it is.
Water is blue.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
But how?
Clear.
All right, we get into this.
It looks blue
reflects off the
from the
water.
reflection of the sun.
The sky reflects off the water.
Yes. A reflection,
All right.
boy.
Yeah,
So-
I actually don't know that answer. Because is the
water
sky blue or is the sky blue
Oh, I
because
don't
the
know about the
water?
I don't know about that.
So I don't fit. Yeah, in terms of physics
I
and
was just talking about the water because we know water. We
clear.
can't like
Sky.
get the
Why does
sky in a
why does
pan.
who's a nerd in the chat?
You.
Why is the sky and the water blue, but when you just take like a piece of it, like let's say you take that, if you go into some blue looking water and scooped it up, it comes out clear.
Right, because water is clear.
But
Unless
But then
it's like
from
dirty.
afar, like if you're like in the airplane going over Florida, you're like, man, this is some blue water.
Right.
Some blue water.
Because the ocean floor is like dark
Yeah.
too. You know? So like the deeper you get, if it's something clear, then obviously something clear is going to change color. Because like now the water is brown technically if you look through this table, you know, like from here technically.
Anywho, chemistry is not a chemistry as far as science.
We about to do
We are
Actually, scientists.
we are not science chemistry.
I'm
We are
definitely a
more,
scientist.
that's why I didn't want to
The
guess. I was like, I don't know.
I'm a scientist. Everybody on the chat like, I don't. I was here to make something funny. I don't want to do this.
I'm not sure.
Like I'm good with the comments. Okay.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's get into our dance topic of the day, which is
Always gotta talk about dance. You gotta talk
Yeah.
dance. You gotta talk dance.
why
That's
we're
what
here.
So
chemistry
you
is.
do you guys watch Dancing with the Stars
No.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
You do?
I'm so messed up.
It's fun. I actually.
I haven't watched this season, but
This season?
I kept up.
Have we watched?
Nice.
Dance
Have you
with
watched it
Stars?
before?
Yeah.
Yes.
My mom watches it.
Yeah.
I'm in the industry and I don't watch it.
Oh, dude, it's
I should. It's really. Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched a lot of like
It's not
ballroom dancing.
necessary.
Yeah.
I would say yeah.
Yeah.
no, it's
Something
definitely like
Super talented, but
super talented, but it's definitely like
They be
very
cheating people, though.
commercially dance.
Yeah.
Very advertisement heavy, all that stuff. It's Disney, it's ABC. But anywho, Iman Shumpert, Tiana Taylor's husband, also he's a basketball
He
player,
won.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
He won.
I heard
he's won an
about
NBA
that.
championship before too. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Cavs,
crazy. You got
yeah.
that.
He actually,
and the
I seen
Maribor.
like a little clip. He actually was killing it.
Yo, he
He's
was-
actually, like,
Oh
His
yeah.
first,
They
I
were like
watched the
Tiana
first.
killed-
Oh, he was
Yeah,
on the
that's
show.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on it.
Oh, he won.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
fire.
He killed.
Yeah.
So he and like as a tall basketball athlete, usually they're like flat-footed and
Okay. Not
Hey,
that
you know,
much.
you know this.
I was like me. I was like no.
But no, but usually like the pros who do nothing but basketball, like that's literally what they do. And they beat their bodies up like crazy. But it's interesting because his first day I think the first episode I seen was a third one, and it was a Disney episode. And I forgot who he was, but he was out there like usually the dudes who like are athletes, they come out there, they kind of like oh, I'm kind of just here. I'm kind of here, and like I'm getting my check. But he was like
Giving.
Like,
Oh, he took it serious.
He was giving.
he was giving everything. I was
That's
like,
that-
dang,
yeah.
this dude isn't really trying.
Invested.
They
Yeah.
did this. I don't know. I think it was like a movie theme, but they did Us. Like they were
Oh,
dressed
wow.
in Us.
Oh wow.
That was the first time I saw it.
That was a Halloween one, I think.
and that was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, he was like flipping her. She was on his shoulder.
Was it who was that?
Iman?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Iman and Daniela.
I didn't watch it.
I forget what
I'm gonna
song it
butcher her
was,
last
but
name.
that one.
dang.
I mean,
definitely
when you're married to
solidified.
Tiana Taylor,
That's what we said. That's what everybody was
like
saying.
you know they're at
Like,
home. You know
giving
what I mean?
something.
Like
She's like,
you
"Come
know
here,
they're
babe.
yeah.
Come here,
Like
babe.
there's
Come here."
no way she's letting him go out there look
I
crazy.
say, yo,
Like, no, you look crazy, baby. Come here, come here. Like,
yeah,
like,
do
nah.
that turn one more time.
One more time. No,
Yup.
no, that's not it.
Ain't that's not
probably-
an 8. That's not an 8. Nope,
He's
that's not
probably
an
at
8.
rehearsal with his partner and then goes home, does rehearsal with her.
And his daughter's probably like this.
Yo.
Daddy, you look weak.
Right.
Come on.
Tiano's probably behind the camera like this. Man, he better go.
Yeah.
So my
did his thing,
question
though.
is,
Oh, there's a question after this.
Yeah.
I thought it was a conversation.
so if you had, what would be your first step in teaching your style to a celebrity who's never danced professionally?
Oh, I love doing that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of opportunities, thankfully, with like Millennium to be able to do stuff like that.
Oh, dope.
It's actually helped me be a better teacher because, my first time though was terrible.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
I didn't understand. I was just like, the more practice you do, you're just gonna get my stuff, and my stuff can be fairly difficult if you
Right.
don't have any foundation. Until I started teaching little kids. Until I literally started going to convention and teaching the minis, because I didn't do that for years. I was just advanced dancers.
Wow.
And then I was like, minis. My first class with them, I was like, what do I do? I have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
And then I just went back to the basics, obviously, and just figured it out. But how I love working with people that kind of have rhythm already or just want to dance,
Yeah.
I come in first and I make them dance.
Mm.
And I see what they can do first. And then what I do is I watch what they're good at and then mold off of that. So I don't per se give them my style because I feel like I'm malleable. Malleable. Yeah.
Malleable.
So I like working off of other people's talents first.
I see. Taking what they already have.
Yes.
And then shaping it into something.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, this looks good on you already. Yeah. So like when I get to movement coach people for music videos or tours or whatever,
Yeah.
that's what I do now. Is I just go perform for me, and I see what they're good at, and I'm like, keep that, change this, keep that, change that, and then I fill in like the gaps in the middle with
Yeah.
basic, simple stuff.
Because on Dancing with the Stars, they make it seem like we had this one practice and now we're ready. Like, yo.
But it's not true. But yeah. But it's like.
No,
I
they
can't.
put in. How
work.
long are the routines? A minute and a half?
I thought they do like a week though. I thought they do at least a week.
They do. It's like
They
so
do
you think
week,
a little
but
bit.
The clip that they show of them like rehearsing,
Yeah.
it
Of
looks
course.
like they're like,
Oh my
2
God, I'm so
seconds.
stressed.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, y'all lied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were stressing people out.
You're stressing us out because we're like, oh, we
Yo, for real.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though? When I did the Matrix, do you remember the Matrix video that I did?
You was in the Matrix? You Neo?
With
You the
Yeah,
one?
so I replayed it.
Phil?
Phil and I.
Yeah.
Phil Wright and I. Shout out to Phil Wright.
Shout out to Phil.
Billy.
He pushed me so much in that video because I don't fight.
Yeah.
I don't like fighting. I think it's cool. I just don't do it.
Right.
So when he said, "Hey, can you play this role?" I always say yes to everything because I feel like I can learn anything.
Absolutely.
When we got there, we had a fighting coach. His name is Tony Surfan. He's really dope, like amazing at what he does. And he worked with us. I'm thinking, I look at the scene. It's like a 3-minute scene. All flips, jumps.
Because
all
y'all
this
did the scene pretty much verbatim of
verbatim. And I asked him, I was like, "Oh, we're going to do a clip of this?" He's like, "No, we're going to do the whole thing."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, okay, are we doing like a month of rehearsal?" He goes, "No, we're going to rehearse like 3 times." I said,
Jesus Christ.
No, I literally was at my house looking at my phone being like, how do I back out of this now? Because I already said yes.
said yes.
But when he said that, I was like, I don't know if you know. I know I work fast,
Yeah,
but I don't fight.
Yeah.
And this is something, I'm a perfectionist. So
Yeah.
he was like, no, we're going to have 3 2-hour rehearsals, and maybe we'll go to our crib and practice for like 30 minutes.
That's nice.
I said, we're going to look crazy.
No, we
Phil.
won't.
We're going to look nuts. But we had a great fighting teacher, and then both of us just took it so serious.
Nice.
So trust me, we did that whole thing in like 8 hours.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. like
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Where can they
Yeah.
find that? Where can people find that video?
That's on YouTube, Instagram, but I think it's on Phil Wright's YouTube.
Phil Wright's YouTube.
But Phil's like that, man, because I did a little clip with Phil, but it was like one rehearsal and shoot. He was
That-
like,
I learned
"Let me
that from him."
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get somebody new, somebody old, and then somebody that's like, in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like that. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm new on the scene. He grabbed me. We dancing. I'm like, hey, what is this?
Yeah. No, that's what pushed. I understood that,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Because
what
then
I'm
you're
saying.
like, just get it.
Yeah, because I'm like on camera now. We're on camera.
Yeah.
So like, oh, let's go. Like,
And
I was like, all right.
Yeah, and it's a good push because it gets you
Yeah.
to realize
Look good.
if you, all right, it's like, I think Elon Musk said this. If you need 40 hours to clean your room, it's going to take you 40 hours to clean your room. But if you tell yourself, I have 4 hours today to clean my room and then I can't do it again, you're going to get it done.
You're going to get it done.
Because you give yourself a deadline to finish it and you stick to that.
Deadlines are
So
serious.
they're really important,
They're
right?
important,
And
yeah.
especially you as an entrepreneur now,
Yeah.
full on, those things are really important for focus.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So I've really noticed that in like shows like that. I've worked on like Masked Singer and The Voice. Oh, dude, it is fast.
Yeah.
You have to get it fast. They trust you and like you shoot. And there's no time to be like, wait, what are these moves? No, you just know them or you don't.
Right.
And so when you get pushed to that level, you're just able to pull up because you're capable of doing it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Somebody
you
just
are.
needs to push you.
Right. Or you got to tell yourself.
Yeah.
You
Push
have to
yourself.
just like,
Yeah.
yo, I could do this.
Or you join a
Yeah.
community. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The plug.
Keeps you accountable.
The plug. The accountability plug.
No, but seriously.
If you could, who would you want to choreograph for that doesn't dance?
Like doesn't dance at all or has
all.
dance music that doesn't
Oh,
dance?
'cause okay,
Like
'cause-
Iman Shumpert.
Oh, like celebrity.
Like
Okay,
celebrity that
okay,
doesn't
okay.
dance at all.
Dang, you should ask me this question before I.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Adam Sandler.
Oh,
Only because I
wait,
feel
you don't
like
make music.
no, it could be celebrity, just celebrity.
Got you.
Cause I'm thinking like, okay, cause
I got mine.
No,
Sorry.
anybody. Like
I'm really
Dancing with the Stars doesn't. Just
Oh,
do-
Really in the Stars,
You
okay,
know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like they pull anybody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm just top of my head, Adam Sandler, only because I feel like I can make something based on like a routine based on his movies, like one of his movies, like 50 First Dates or something like that.
I'm a big Adam Sandler fan.
Yeah, so I feel like I can
bro.
do something like that.
He's
I feel like
top tier
I
for
feel like
me.
he'd be down for like any sure. What you
anything.
want me to do? Like,
Yeah,
let's
hell
do it.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So Adam Sandler for me.
Well, I mean, yo, if it's like that route, I mean, I'm gonna piggyback off yours because I didn't really think that hard. I would do Jim Carrey. Because he's like wild, and I'm like a little bit more emotional. I think he would like capture a little bit of that emotion.
Jim Carrey got dance though. The Mask. He got dance.
Was he a double though?
He could dance.
He
Was
was
it
definitely
him?
double, but he had it was some
He
scenes where
did
he was in
something.
there. Yeah.
But I feel like Adam Sandler could dance too.
Did he do something? I
I don't know.
We can
That's
find
gonna
it
get
somewhere.
clipped out and
I feel like
sent
we
to
can find
Adam.
it.
You better
I know,
tweet
right?
I think
that.
we can find it somewhere. I think we can find it somewhere.
I'm joking at him. You could dance.
Because I feel like he would just do something crazy, and it would like make
You know,
me be like, yes, yo, do
That's
something like
pretty
that.
funny because I feel like he would commit to any character. you
Everything,
give him.
yeah.
Because like his movement's already so brilliant.
Yes.
Like when you watch him just act and
just nuts.
when nature calls and just his mannerisms, that's pretty much dancing.
And when he came out
he-
the elephants, it's like, it's like, come on.
If he's ever on Dancing with the Stars, just give him the trophy.
Yeah.
At that point, because
Because you know he'll perform better than anybody.
oh man, he can.
It would
he
be
can mess
so
up
fun
and
to
then
watch.
Start acting, and you could be like,
He's so
Yes.
funny.
yes, it works.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Quay?
I don't know.
I love
Top
that.
of your head. Don't have to be the best. Don't got to be whatever. Just top of your head.
Regina King.
Ooh.
Oh,
One, because I love her.
Regina King would be dope.
Two,
That'd be
I
fire.
don't know. Like, I feel like if I would give her a little something with a little bit of backup dancers and stuff, she can kill it.
Oh, you're trying to do a
Regina King-
production. Okay.
Yeah,
Regina
put her
King
on
would
stage.
kill
He
it.
already got the-
She would kill it. That would be
Right.
fire.
And she's method, so
Dang. Okay, that's dope.
Regina King.
Dope, cool. Mine's different. So I used to play soccer before I danced.
Uh-huh.
So my thing is I would love to work with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Wow. That feet work would be crazy.
Like I just feel like it would be crazy. I just feel like, and I think he can kind of dance, and he's obviously super athletic.
Yeah.
One of the most athletic people in the world.
Yeah.
So I would love to just work with somebody who I feel like is on the same wavelength mentally, work ethic wise, and be like, all right, let's take my stuff into, what you do.
That's
Right.
cool.
That would be crazy. Yeah, because the amount of power that they have in their legs and all that stuff,
Right.
probably get them jumping, doing some
Oh my
crazy
God,
stuff.
absolutely.
Oh my
Just take his strengths and be like, all right, do this and make it cool.
Oh my
Put a hat on you, put your hat, and like all this stuff we could do
Oh
with his
my
physical ability. Yeah, I feel like it'd be crazy.
Woo!
We need to make that happen.
Yeah.
Right now, at this point,
Shoot, we should do like
Yo,
a
James,
local
talking to you.
Dancing with the Stars. Who would our stars be though? We should do. Never mind.
Issa Rae.
where's he
I was
go
gonna
with
say,
that?
yo, let's get our old
Issa
school
Rae.
let's get our old school teachers.
I would
and,
freaking.
I
and
love
make a
Issa.
dance.
Oh my God. Any old school teacher. Any of my teachers. Just looking at them like this.
Mr. Klein, come here.
Came so
I got a
far.
project for you.
Payback.
Payback, right?
Payback.
I'll get my art teacher for sure because she ain't know how to draw. So
Oh no!
Not an
Shade
artist,
thrown.
so now you gotta dance.
Why don't you
Can't
watch
do that
it?
either.
Why don't you watch it?
I'm not teaching you
Can't
nothing.
do
Oh,
that
he's
either.
gonna watch freestyle.
Because I was like, yo, can you show me something? She's like, I can't. Like, just read the book.
Is this college
Read a
or
book.
high school?
High school.
Oh, okay.
It don't matter. I was in AP.
Oh,
Art.
AP art?
Yeah.
She
Trying to
can't
figure out
draw.
who
Yeah, because he's
She
good.
can
He's great at
draw.
drawing.
Yeah,
You seen his
no.
stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He drew me
I
something.
drew him something.
Dope.
Yeah,
But
so-
AP art and you can't draw. How are you teaching?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, you got me here. Like, I'm trying to be good. I want to be great. I want to be great.
I
I want to be
know.
great. She didn't give me nothing. I was
I
like,
know.
oh, they got me disappointed, man.
Yeah. It's
Anyway,
it's,
let's not get sad.
nah.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
We're back. We're back. All right. No, I like that. I like how Dancing with the Stars has people who, literally, like that's a crazy like teaching talent to have somebody perform and entertain millions of fans around the world, and you get a week with them to
Yep.
do that. So
It's something that you don't do.
those pros are disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
with what
And
they
some
do,
of them
man.
don't have an ounce of rhythm. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
None.
Oh, the
So
celebrities?
wait. So how do choreographers feel when the first week you got somebody, they do your dance and they lose?
Yeah, that probably sucks. I'm pretty sure
Right.
it sucks.
Like, it's like, oof.
Well, sometimes they'll pair somebody with like they pair this one dude consistently with just an older person.
Oh.
And it'd be like somebody from the Golden Girls or something like that. And I'm like, this is cute. She's gonna have some weeks. It's gonna be nice. Inclusion is great, but for the statistically, the older people don't necessarily get that far.
Yeah.
And that's just physics, right? Like
Yeah.
that's just in performance.
Yeah.
It's a great entertainment to see them do it, but you gotta switch up who you're pairing these people with. This one dude
Yeah.
just keeps on getting the older person.
I think that first week they're probably like, yeah, I'm not winning.
But
Let's
at
just
the-
have fun.
I think that's what it is. I think
Let's
they're like,
just
you know
have
what,
fun.
this ain't the season, but we're gonna make it as much as we can. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
At that point, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's like,
your
all
check
right,
and
we're
do your
here
thing.
now.
Get that residual
Yeah.
check,
Get
go
that check
home.
and be out. Yeah.
I'ma still
Wait
do
for
my
the next
best.
season.
I was talking about the
it could be-
choreographer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was talking about like the person they're paired with, like the old person.
No. I'm talking about the choreographer
okay.
themselves. Being
Got
like,
you, okay.
Like they were paired with an old
Old
person
chore-
consistently.
oh.
Yeah.
Not
Or you
much.
can just take it as a challenge and be like, yo, all right, Betty Sue, we winning. we winning this season.
What if I did a little? Now you like that? You like a little shoulder action?
Little shoulder action. Oh, wait, hold on.
Put it back into place.
Put it back in place.
Put it back in. Put it back in.
Oh my
No,
god.
I love that though. I love when they bring the older people in because
Yeah.
it's inspiring too. Just to be like, yo, you still moving at this age
Still
where
going.
Yeah.
most
True.
people are just like not even trying to make a two-step.
Yeah.
Right.
And the fact that you're on national live television, live too, this is live.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure there's a delay of like if somebody might mess up, but they're live doing that stuff. And yeah. Because they'll be like text blah blah.
Like, is that taboo?
There's NDAs around that,
I
so
was say here goes taboo. Nothing. No question. Nothing.
Okay,
Nothing.
so they're live. they're live.
They're
on,
live,
on
guys.
that thing, as live as they can be.
Okay.
And yeah,
I didn't sign no NDA, so I ain't.
overall, it's just impressive to me. To see
Yeah.
people doing what they love and teaching others. So yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right, bet. Let's get into some stuff that happened over
Uh-oh.
this week.
Oh boy.
last week.
over this week, last
Over
week.
the week. It was within a week. So
We're just gonna get into some like random stuff. One being Mr. and Mrs. West.
Kanye?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What happened?
So
I'm very disconnected. I'm very
It's all good.
So-
when you're
no
you know
So,
this.
so I know some of this stuff. And this is just because my wife.
I'd be
watches
trying to tune
Keeping
out
Up
this
with
too,
Kardashians,
because I'm
and
like,
she'll be
oh wow.
This is happening. I'm like,
She throws it
shoot,
at you.
Cool. Like, yeah.
I bet you
little-
it's gonna be new-
She's
watch
your
the
in
new
between.
season.
Yeah, she's my
She's
MC.
like
New
the what's
season.
the pop culture? You give it
gonna
to
be
me
new
because
season.
I'm running a dance studio and doing this. I don't have time.
Well, the thing is, I'll like sit down and be like, oh, we're watching Kardashians. All right, and I'll be on my laptop, and then like I'll be like, oh dang, that's messed up. Oh, she did what? Dang. So it's more like that. But I do know like some stuff that pops up in articles, whatever, like that. But supposedly they were getting a divorce, and now they're not.
See,
So
I heard
there was
that-
like a big thing of like, oh my God, divorce, and now supposedly after this past week, she was holding hands with Pete Davidson. Now they're back together.
It's like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Ooh,
So
they're
the
not back
question
together.
is, huh?
They're not back together.
They are
Kanye
supposedly- and Kim.
And Kim.
Yeah,
When
supposedly
is
they're
that
getting
today.
back
Was that
together.
today?
Probably like today or yesterday they got back
Christ.
together. So the question is that I seen in an article was, are Kim and Kanye gonna be the new reason why people stay
That's
together?
Kanye's
more?
words. That's Kanye. Kanye said that.
He said that.
Yeah, he posted that. I know what you're saying.
Oh, I didn't know he posted that.
Nah, he was like, we're trying to set the standard, like, so we should be like a strong couple, like why people should be together for the kids and all that stuff. We want to set that standard. I know what you're talking about. Hell
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
the
yeah.
article was questioning like, do you think
This is
Kanye
yeah.
is gonna
That's what-
be Kanye and Kim is gonna be the new standard or gonna set the tone for relationships
Yes.
moving forward? And I'm like,
Heck
of
no.
all people.
Heck no, man.
See, I might hold a different opinion.
That's okay.
Standard James.
I think
I love that.
I'm a huge Kanye fan.
Yeah, me
Me
actually.
too. I love
Like I
Kanye.
think even just outside of his music, I think as a person, I think he
He's ahead of his time.
just has a brain.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's exposed so many things that people aren't really aware of.
Yeah.
That it's going to take time for them to catch up to what he's saying.
I
You know,
see
and the
that.
media really ridicules a lot. I'm really big on understanding what's happening with when people get their names slandered.
The underneath layer.
It's really brutal, actually, and it's really sad that people are so quick to judge people. You don't make billions of dollars when you're stupid.
Right.
It's impossible, right? So regardless of what field you're in, it takes an intelligent person to maneuver. And you have to think about this. It takes an intelligent person to have a network like that where people trust you enough to give you that much money.
Elon Musk.
You know, so it's
Best
like
friends.
when you are that brilliant, of course people are going to come after you.
Yeah.
So when he talks about the things that happened to him and how people slander his marriage and slander everything, nobody even really knows that that's going on.
Right.
Right, like,
Just like I
nobody
said. I was
knows,
like, yeah,
right? Yeah,
probably 2
nobody
weeks ago,
really
and then-
knows the inside. So I feel like it's so hard to comment on this stuff because, first of all, it's none of my business.
Yeah.
Second of all, I understand what he's saying, right? Because if you have all these celebrities that create these behavioral patterns that people emulate and really do copy influencers, it's very easy when everyone splits so easily.
Right.
That's a very common thing today. So I understand his sentiment and what he's trying to say when he says we can be an example to stay together. I don't know if it's the standard,
Gotcha.
but I think I understand his idea,
His idea.
right?
And that's typically Kanye fashion, right? Like it's somebody who says something, but he probably didn't say it the way that everybody wanted to hear it.
Yeah, but isn't that
somebody that
isn't
wrote
that
it.
interesting though, right?
Yeah.
But absolutely, yeah. But isn't that interesting though? Why does he have to say things that people in the way that people want to hear it?
I think
it
because
confusing.
he is such an influence, and people. I think once you hit a certain level of influence, your words have a certain influence on people.
Yeah,
higher than others.
for sure.
To the
Especially-
point where
yeah.
you can literally be like, "Yo, do this," and then people be like, "Bet," but somebody
Yeah.
else who doesn't have that much influence can tell you the same exact thing.
Absolutely.
and you won't do it.
Right.
For
So,
sure.
for me not being that much of a fan, I'm a fan from afar, if anything. Like, I don't not like him, but at the same time, I'm not like rushing to get his stuff or
Yeah.
his merchandise, whatever. But I know people who think of him that highly, and it's always interesting in anybody with power like that to be like, yo, you're dope, but you got a responsibility of your words
Yeah.
and your actions. So as
Oh.
crazy as it is, like you said, the genius and like the ridicule that they get, it kind of comes with it, unfortunately. And that's just because humans are what they are.
For sure. But what if his words and actions are misinterpreted by people's lack of understanding?
I think
It
deeper
is.
than that. I think he did it on purpose.
What part?
The divorce and everything.
Like it's just all
Not
social
the
media
divorce and
stuff.
everything, but
I know what you're
think
saying, like,
I
it's
think
like a
he's a
whole
great
thing.
I think he's a great businessman,
Yes.
and I think
He's a great businessman.
he went through.
They're playing chess. You think they're playing?
I'll give you a
They're
little
playing
something.
chess, bro. They're playing.
Okay,
It
so
could be. Like you said, it's none of your business.
right? No,
it's not-
but
at first,
it's
so
a
it's
very
none of our
interesting
business.
point, right?
It's just pop- we're just talking
it's
about
very
pop culture.
interesting
Yeah.
point because when, okay, right? You have $1 million?
Hell no.
Anybody a millionaire yet?
I mean, I just want like the brag. No.
So think about that, right? Like the level of when you climb socially,
Yeah.
you have different conversations
Absolutely.
on the regular.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
talk to different people that are just having completely different realities and understanding of
Yep.
life. So when you do understand that idea of playing chess and when you can see the whole board rather than just a couple pieces, it really does change because that stuff does come into play.
Yeah.
Like you don't know
Yeah,
if they
true,
set it
true,
up.
true,
No.
true.
You don't
It's a
know whether it's like,
completely
hey,
different world.
listen, we're going to do this, take some pictures, get the publicist to write this, set this up.
And then we sit on a couch and we talk about
And exactly, right? Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like it happens and then you go, oh, this is something that's interesting because it's right in our face.
it. Yeah.
But like you don't know today, and now worse than ever, we don't know what's manufactured and what's
Right?
actually
What's
real.
fake and what's
What's
real.
going on?
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on.
That's what like everything with pop culture and all that stuff.
Do you think they would really
I think being the genius that he is, the genius that people claim him to be. All right, I could see him being like, Donda just came out, this thing. Artists are kind of mad at me because I didn't do Donda. Let me just distract real quick. Hey, yo, Kim, let's do a little something, whatever, like that. You could probably put this on the Kardashian thing that's going to Hulu eventually. Let's do that. Disney, da-da-da. All right, now we da-da-da. Pete Davidson.
That's what I was gonna say, right? Why within that short of time span would you be caught in a picture
Let Pete
With
Davidson.
holding
somebody
someone's
like that.
hand?
That's what got
After
me.
you were supposed to have like this fake wedding at your Donda concert and stuff. You know what I mean? Like and it's like, and then people are like realizing that so quick that this looks like your sister's boyfriend and somebody else's boyfriend. Like, it's like a trend. Like
Right.
they make it that a trend. It's so weird
It's
that
very
they're doing
weird,
stuff
dude.
like that. But yeah, I understand your point where it's like the quote where people were talking about like frequency. When you're not in the same frequency or that wave like of your knowledge or whatever you know, it's so weird to talk to somebody that's not on
Yeah.
that part, and it's so different. But for the whole Kanye and Kim thing, bro, I just think that these these guys are I just lost my train of thought. But
Kim and Kanye.
No,
They are
no.
well before that.
no, but they're
They're in a different world.
they're just in a different yeah, they're just like above, like they're just doing whatever they're doing. And we just don't know what they're doing. We don't know
That's true. That's
what's
true.
going on.
We don't. Yeah, and that's very interesting to think about. I think that's really good to bring up because I didn't even think about that. Where
Dude,
it's like could
I'm
be
telling
just
you.
completely manufactured, not even from a media's end, but their end.
And that's the life that we will never understand because we don't have $1 million. And that's literally like, that's what it is.
Well, I think it's a billion for him.
Now
I
they're billionaires.
think he's
yeah.
one
So
point,
at
and
that
her.
point-
Yeah, I'm gonna
Jeez.
say they're
Wait,
billionaires
what did I
now.
just see? It was like, I think you mentioned it. Somebody, he talked on something and they gave him how much money?
Who?
Kanye talked on he had a piece in
Oh,
Rick
he's a
Ross's joint.
feature.
He was a feature.
Oh, he's a feature for like a song, and he only did like one
5 seconds?
song. Yeah, he just like said like one lyric.
One,
said
yeah,
one
yeah,
lyric.
5 times in a row, right?
And how much was it? It was like a couple.
It was
like,
yeah, it was like
it was up
racks.
there.
It was like crazy. And
But
he-
think about this. We're talking about
Words,
it.
bro.
But think about this. We're talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
That is thought of. Like, hey, could you put a regular verse down, or actually just say one word 5
Yeah,
times
and he
because people are
could
going
do
to talk
that.
about this.
No, but that's like what you're capable of
The
too.
Donda
Art-
thing.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Donda thing with him not adding
Soulja Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Soulja Boy and
Well, he's the
all those
loudest
other
person in
features.
the world.
Right.
Bro, Soulja Boy's the loudest person. Like, you know he's going to hear him on radios and talking, and he's going to be like, wow, blah, 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 blah.
Instant.
And he would do that easily.
Viral.
And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Viral.
And now he's going to talk about you more. Like, oh, you can send it in text. Like, you know, like, he's just like a drama. You know, it's all.
Hey, man.
Kanye's a smart dude.
I can see him literally being like, yep, bet, boom.
Yeah.
It's actually
Because why
really-
not at this point?
Right?
I mean, you're an artist. You know, you just like, you know what? I'm gonna just do this next, and I just like whatever.
And that's that influence that you.
So
have.
okay, yes. Now, is it more net positive or is it more net negative?
For him, net positive. For us,
Yeah.
we're just
Pawns
the
in his
ants.
hand right now.
Yeah, we're like ants in an ant farm.
Because what's the
I think
original
okay,
question?
but I think it would be okay. Looking at it, if they do have the influence that they have, to me, from my values
Yeah.
of understanding myself and how I want relationships to go,
Right.
I think that's a net positive
for you,
for me.
their situation.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
for sure. Yeah. Because
Wait,
social
explain.
media is like
I think it's
that.
a net positive. If you're gonna stay together,
Oh, I see.
like,
Oh.
I think that being an influence, I'd
Yeah.
rather that than the other. You know,
But I
something
also
else
think-
if they get along. You know what I mean? If it's
right.
true.
If it's true.
Yes.
Well, I mean, again, if they write it out and they're not together for a long time, he could still write it out as a net positive too. That they're not together. They still have kids together. More drama,
and that's
more
the-
anything.
and
Because
that's
that's what
the
Kim
thing.
Kardashian. That's what the Kardashians do.
Right, and that's the thing, because your life at that point, again, once you hit that level, everything you do is looked at.
A story.
Magnified.
It's a story.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
something.
yeah.
And there's gonna be a left, and there's gonna be a right, and there's gonna be a middle, who's like kind of like me. I'm like, I don't really care. Do what you gotta
Right.
do, but you're gonna have that every time because
Yeah,
you're
right.
always looked at, and it can like you said, it can have the net positive, it can have the negative.
Yeah.
But I think it's just being more on the positive as much as possible. You're not gonna please everybody. He doesn't please everybody,
Yeah.
but he pleases what he can and makes money off of that. So, hey, you can't.
Like I
You
say,
can't knock
again,
him.
it's like, what do you? Like, at the end of the day, it's like, what do you want in life, and can you like, are you there yet? And maybe you're bored. It could always be anything. You know what I
Literally
mean?
that,
Like,
dude.
it's like, yo, I accomplished everything that I wanted to do in my dream. Now I'm just having fun with it, and it could be
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
He could literally just be having fun.
Yeah, exactly. We're not gonna talk about Summer Walker and her new.
Nah,
tattoos,
we're good. I
'cause
don't
that
know
looked
nothing
crazy.
about that. I don't know nothing about that.
Me either.
The
I was kind of
album.
scrolling and I was like,
Yeah.
all right. Quick
wasn't
question:
that
Would you
good.
get a face tattoo? Yes or no?
Nah, I'm good.
No.
At all?
I-
Face,
not
ta-
even-
Face tattoo.
face tattoo?
Face tattoo. Would you get a face tattoo?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
My grandmother would kill me.
Okay, good.
My grandmother, I got my first tattoo when I was 25. It's the Kaizen symbol,
Oh, dope.
right? I came home, and I literally, my Italian grandmother looked at me, saw my arm, licked her fingers,
Oh shoot.
and tried to wipe it off of
she's
my
like, "You're lying."
arm.
She's like,
And I
"You're
literally
lying
was
to me."
like, got it. And she just looked at me and was so disappointed.
Oh no.
But now she loves it. She like doesn't say anything now.
Yeah,
As soon as
yeah.
she realized I did it, it was what
Hey,
it was.
sometimes you
But
gotta
I,
let the Band-Aid,
I
man.
remember that first interaction. I tried to hide it. I was just t-shirts on all the time, long sleeve.
Yeah.
And then one time I go down like a beater.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "What do you need?" And she just looked at me. Her eyes got huge.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, "Oh
God.
God."
Jeez.
So face tattoo, absolutely not.
Yeah, she would
tattoo,
kill you.
could
You'd be
never.
nuts.
That was
At
something that
point, yeah, shame.
That's just ugly.
Uh,
That's just ugly.
Nah, don't do that, people.
I just wouldn't
Like,
do it for myself. Do you?
You don't want to Mike
Would you
Tyson
like-
it?
No.
Tyson went
Mike
wild with
Tyson.
his.
Mike Tyson's wild though. We can't even talk about it.
Speaking of wild, let's talk about some wild moments.
Wild side.
Um,
Wild side China.
I just thought about that.
some wild moments.
Normani?
Oh, not necessarily, but she should do a song with Justin Timberlake. And
That'd be cool.
if we'd be fire, right? Speaking of Justin Timberlake, segue. James actually, I remember seeing James on TV,
Uh-oh.
and you dapped up
I did.
Justin Timberlake. Did you
I
know?
did. What a crazy day.
Oh my goodness, dude.
What a crazy
'Cause I-
day.
So I knew. So here's my experience of it, because I think I was watching you on IG and you were doing your thing, and I was like, "Yo, James is gonna be here." So I'm like, and I think my family were around. We were like, "Yo, I know the dude who's gonna be in here. He's like somewhere in here," and then I'm expecting you, because mind you, the thing is following JT.
Yeah.
So I'm looking in the
So
back.
that's the one shot. You're talking about the one shot, right? Yes,
It's
on the
following
Oscars.
JT, so it's like passing everybody. I'm like, "Dang, I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him." And then he stopped and went like this. I was like, "Whoa!" So it's describe the day
And that was not planned too. And that
That's
happened twice
crazy.
in the same performance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at
I
the
didn't see the
door.
second one.
Yeah, at the door, and then on stage.
Oh, I didn't see on
Which-
stage. I seen the door.
Oh, dude, it was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
The whole experience of that, the whole beginning to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a crazy thing, right? I've been working for that job. That's why I moved to LA, right? Just to get it kicked
But
off.
was JT
Justin Timberlake, right? Like when I was 15 years old, that's what I did besides soccer, right? So I want to be a professional soccer player,
Right.
but I always was inspired by his music, and I thought it was really cool, and it helped me. For me, it helped me with girls, right? I love to dance. That's what I did at school, dancing. I was like, all right, cool.
Were you the NSYNC or you were when you went solo?
Oh, I was both.
You were both?
Oh, I was NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. I listened to everything, bro. I used to listen to all that, Eminem, Limp Bizkit. I listened
yeah.
to every single genre of music. I
So
love
you
music
had,
so
you had
much.
You had a Now 37.
Oh, all of them. Oh, absolutely. I had my CD case with everything in it, you
let's
know. But so that's why I literally moved to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That was my number one thing. I said, I don't care what else I do. I will do one show, one tour. I don't care what it is. I'm going to accomplish that.
Right.
And I've been training with Marty for 6 to 7, no longer than that, probably, because Monsters, probably like 8 years.
And that's his choreographer.
And Marty Kudelka is Justin's choreographer, like right-hand man. And I have been working with one of Marty's best friends, who is my mentor. His name is Eddie Morales. He's the one that put me on to all my first jobs, Mariah Carey, Missy Elliott, so much stuff in the beginning.
Right.
And so they knew each other, and then that's how Marty knew. Marty knew me as a dancer, but not as a person.
Oh, wow.
And I remember one day Eddie's like, yo, you want to go to Marty's? And I was like, okay. I was like, all right, yeah, like I'll go chill and stuff. So went over there, met him, and like met his family, his little daughter at the time. And I was like, oh, this is cool, like a human moment, not like at the dance studio, worried about dance.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because we had a great conversation. I remember watching basketball, and Marty loves basketball. So we were talking about sports. And then I remember about like 8 months later, and I used to take Marty's class every Monday and Wednesday, always training. I took everyone's class. Let's just be honest. I used to take like 30 to 40 classes a week.
Wow.
It's crazy. So that's when Debbie Reynolds had the $250 pass, where it's unlimited. Now you can't do it as much because every class is $20 or $25, but before $250 for the month. Oh my God, I was killing it, bro.
Yeah.
Like-
for that at the lab. We might be coming soon. Go
I
ahead.
know, bring it back. So I do remember when like 6 months later, Marty hit me up and he was like, hey, I'm doing a commercial with Target. I'd love to have you come in and do something. And I was like, well, what is this? And then we did it. It was actually a soccer commercial. So I got to use my old skill. Yeah. And like we worked with kids and we created a little thing for them with some juggling, some passing. And I loved it. So he was choreographing and I was assisting him. And it was really cool. And I loved it because I was like, oh, this is so much easier than dancing, and I get to use another skill. I didn't understand about that. I didn't understand that yet.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get that there were so many different things that I could do with all the skills that I had.
Right.
So that really opened up a door for me mentally. But then we're sitting there, and he's chilling, and his assistant's there, and they were like, hey, what are your availability for these dates? And I was like, oh, it's next, 2 weeks from now. I was like, oh, I don't think I'm doing anything. They're like, okay, cool. Then I literally remember I got an email 3 days later that literally said the dates, please don't talk about this, and then the bottom it just said, you'll look good in a suit and tie, wink face.
Oh, wow.
And I remember, I'll never forget this in my apartment, like I was in my chair and I was just like reading it over and over and over again and be like, this is fake. This is fake. This is a fake email.
Maybe it's their favorite song at the time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
About a couple hours later, I get an email from my agent that says a booking for this and what it was. And I never forget, man, like I just broke down and cried in this apartment and just like everything that I had been working for, no matter I loved every past job that I had so much, but it's like this was what got me to do all the other stuff.
Yeah.
So then when I had a chance to do it, it was a great experience. The dancers you work with, some of the best in the world.
Right.
The experience that Marty creates in a rehearsal setting is just amazing because he trusts every single person. Come in first day, Justin is cool as, hey, what's up, I'm Justin. That's it. oh, I know who you are. Like in my head, you know, but I introduced myself, super chill, sit down. We had a break for like 30 minutes. Justin sits down. We're, you know, using the foam roller to roll our legs out. Me and him had a conversation for like 30 minutes, just about like life and just like about, we were talking about like hometowns and like where he's from, what it's like. And it was so cool to be in an environment because I've worked with a lot of artists, and it's not a lot of times it's not like that.
Right.
There's a lot of you know, ego involved and separation.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to be in an environment that I've been working so hard to get to for so long, and having it be such a rewarding experience.
Wow.
Then we do the show, so we go through the walkthrough, we rehearse, we get to the Dolby Theater, I think it was called at the time. I'm not sure if it's still that in LA.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a one shot. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm learning about the process, because even though I'm a dancer, I always like to learn about the choreographic and the directing process.
Very important.
Because if I want to segue later in my career, I understand why they make the choices they make.
Right.
So we're sitting there, and you know, we get propped up in our spots, and then we have, okay, cool. When he passes you here, you're gonna walk to the backstage, and then you get on stage for your part. And it was cool to see all the moving parts.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. I'm ready. We get ready that day, and at the glass door, right at the theater entrance, and dude, it was so crazy because it just happened, right?
It starts.
It just starts, right? They were getting everyone ready, and they're like, all right, cool. And they're like, all right, you ready? Everyone's in spot. And we're waiting 10, 15 minutes. It got pushed back a little bit, and we're like, all right, cool. And all of a sudden, you just see us in here, and you just hear the music playing a little bit. And it's like, oh shoot, we're going, we're going right now, right? And then he walks through, and then daps me up. And I was like, holy shit, I'm on TV, like doing
crazy.
that. And it was so crazy. So when we kept going, then we were on stage. So then I did my dance section on stage.
Yeah.
And we had a little thing, we went down to the audience. So I crossed stage to go stage left. And I remember him stopped. And I went like this, and I looked at him. He looked at me, and then we did it again. I was like, because these weren't planned moments.
Wow.
They were just happening. And so, like, yeah, it was just really cool to feel so calm on stage, where, you know, because he has his camp. His camp of dancers is phenomenal. Yeah. Ivan, Cody, Max, all of them. And so when I was there, I felt so comfortable and part of it that, yeah, I remember finishing the performance. And we only did one number, so it wasn't like a huge thing.
Yeah.
And I finished it. But what the craziest thing was after that experience was, right, super high. My crash after that, dude, I love,
because they're just done.
bro, literally, that was the moment that I literally said, what do I do now?
Oh,
Shit.
Because like, it's not like it was my first job and okay, cool. I had already done Mariah, Missy, Gwen, Fergie, Backstreet, all this stuff. And then boom, I do that, and it's like, wait, I don't have a goal anymore.
that was your big
That was the goal. That was the dream. Yeah, that was the dream goal. And I always tell people, it's like, now when I teach people, I go, you need something after the dream goal. Your vision of life should go, you should have that dream aspiration, but then it can't stop there. No one told me that, right? Until I started meeting mentors later that really prepped me to understand that. I had to crash myself first, but I wish someone had prepped me, because I remember I went into like pretty deep depression for like a week, 2 weeks.
That's
because
insane.
after like such a, you know, like I did it, and it was like, yeah, Instagram pictures, all this BS, right? And it's a great experience, but at the same time, it's like, I just care about the experience for myself. That's how I am as a dancer. I don't really care to show it. I just show it so it inspires somebody.
Absolutely.
But I remember, just going to this state where I was like, do I retire now? Do I keep dancing? Like, I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
Because now, I remember when it clicked, where that's when dance turned into a job for me for a little bit, you know? And it was such an interesting perspective to have. And I've never really shared that too much.
Yeah.
But I remember that was like, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's really real.
Because your passion happened.
Yeah, right? Like all the sacrifice,
crazy,
bro. I used to sleep on the street for this thing.
Yeah.
I slept on the street in snow, went to Monsters with no money. Used to go to New York and have a place to sleep all the time, bro. And it's just like, I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know when it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. Then it happens. And you're like, I'm not old yet. Like, I'm only 30 years old. I have so much time.
Yeah.
I don't know if 29 I was at the time. Yeah, I have so much time to do so much.
Yeah.
What do I do? So that's why it was crazy, because after I did that, it was great, but it's an experience. It's like you can't live in the past.
And that's dope to hear, because it just it also makes you more human to people that don't know you, right?
Yeah.
And just anybody else to just know, like, yo, as as high as you were in that moment, and everybody looking at TV like, yo, my God, this is crazy. James is out here. He's doing his thing. Nobody would think that after that, the camera shut off, lights go out, and then you're just kind of like, whoa. And that's crazy to think because, again, you're thinking like, all right, after this, you know, oh, he's set. He's going to do like whatever he's got. He's going to like just get it.
Yeah.
Because you got your goal.
Yeah.
But that advice of having something after your passion is met or just a game plan after that is very much key. And I'm glad that you're sharing that with people tonight because it's very, very important.
Yeah.
Especially with how fast things move these days.
Oh, dude. And that's why it's something that I really take serious now because when that did happen and I got to experience it, I hope everyone gets to experience something they love, right? Because that feeling is something that no one will ever be able to take away from you. You got to experience something, you worked hard for it,
right.
You get it. Whatever that means to you, you just have to make sure it means something to you. Then after, it's like, it's just temporary.
Yeah.
We put all these things in these, but like the worst, I'm sorry, is like when you have people 5 years later being like, hey, I'm going to say it, screw it, Super Bowl every year, and they're posting their performance 8 years ago on the Super Bowl. It's like, nobody cares anymore.
Right.
It was cool that you did it.
Yeah.
Like, but why you
Congratulations.
let's let the people that are performing today have their moment, have their experience, right? Like, share it another day.
Yeah.
Share your throwback Thursday on some random Thursday in October.
Yeah.
You know, like
Now you're just looking like you're
trying to keep that feeling.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing I'm really understanding about and that's why now moving forward is I've always been in love with my process. Right? Like the process is my favorite place to be in. That's why I love all the highs and the lows and I never freak out. I've been doing this for a decent amount of time now and I have so many times when I'm choreographing and I'll get in the studio and I'll make up nothing in 4 hours, 1/8 count. And I'm just like, why do I do this? I'm still here in these moments. And then I have other times when I make up a routine or even something more important and I'll be able to do it in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, that just flowed. Because I'm just trusting the process and like not every day is going to be the best day.
Yeah.
But when I started identifying that process was like, oh, I have a life I want to live.
Yeah.
And another one of my big goals is I want to live to at least 100 years old, fully mobile, like fully healthy, fully mobile, able to take care of myself, everything.
still dancing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Like I want everything to operate how it is at that age for what's feasible then. But that's why I take care of my body so well and I eat so well because I have that as my goal. So that's my big overlaying goal. But it's like, all right, cool. With that in mind, I still gotta make money. Still gotta do stuff. Yeah, right. Exactly. So that's the one that keeps me going for my personal self. But like I wish I had Kanye money where I could just focus on that every day and have all these. Yeah, exactly.
The drama.
But now I have to think, okay, cool. I had that experience. So amazing.
Yep.
Now, what do I segue with to have even more of an impact than just a TV moment on screen?
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm transitioning
You're
into
doing it
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still dance.
Yeah, because right now, like, you're not sharing that JT thing constantly every year, but at the same time, you have something to share. If you did,
Yes.
you have something other than that to just share that. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
yeah.
Which is great because, like you said, you have that goal after your goal. Right, to keep on moving after that.
It took me a while to find it, though. I'm not gonna lie. So sometimes when I work with other people and they're like confused about their goals and stuff, I always just you got to discover it. You got to try stuff. You go. So I've created subconscious trends by accident. I didn't have this. I didn't sit down like, oh, I'm gonna make a business and I'm gonna do this. I remember I made merch for one of my camps.
Yeah.
And I'm actually wearing it right now, but it was the Kaizen symbol in the back, and I remember I was like, oh, nobody's gonna really buy this. I made like 30 of them.
Shoot.
Yo, you have one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it sold out the first day, I was like, I don't get this. Like, why are you buying this? Like, I made it, but I didn't understand the process of like selling a product. I've never sold a product before. I've always been a service provider through dance, through whatever else. And then I was like, oh, this is a whole another thing that I can understand and create something that is inspiring to people. I like clothes. I buy stuff.
Yeah.
I like having things that inspire me. I like having phone backgrounds that make me get up and want to live my life.
Yeah.
And I said, whoa, I can make that. So when I saw that happen, I just piece by piece, every day, I still do it now, is I just have like idea hour.
Yeah.
And I sit there and I'm like, okay, cool. How do I formulate this now into an actual business versus just an idea I had? And so that's like my segue from that Justin moment to like literally had like a moment of nothing.
Right.
Like literally I still dance a lot. Obviously that's my first hustle.
Right.
It'll always be that. Teach, dance, choreograph, whatever. But then it got to be where it's like I said, it turned into a job. I still loved it. I'm happy that's my job.
Yeah.
But now it's like the passion for it's changed.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I still think athletically, like physically, I feel like I'm at my prime still.
Nice.
I know I am in terms of my movement.
Mm-hmm.
But now when I go into rehearsal and I'm in a rehearsal doing a dance gig, oh no, I don't. I'm like, I don't want to travel for this amount of money anymore.
Right.
Because I did it for so long. Mm-hmm. So when I recognized that I was 8 hours of my time, I could do this in 2 hours.
Because you're going back to where you were
comfortable.
Before.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I that's what I realized. That's what really pushed me to actually really transition my life, because I looked at myself and I said, I'm just comfortable. It's easy. Someone, hey, you free next week? Let's do a job Monday through Thursday. All right, cool. Sign me up. But I recognized I wasn't getting further ahead. I was maintaining. I was good. But like, I don't need a name anymore. I don't need a resume. I don't care about that anymore. I want to make an impact.
Right.
I want to have the money to be able to be like, all right, cool. How can we build something that helps? That's why I come back to Connecticut so much. That's why I do my camp. I'm like, these kids are getting, dude, we had class tonight, right? We had class tonight, and these kids are ridiculous. Like watching all of them.
Before their 20s.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I didn't take my first class till I was 20 years old.
That's what I'm saying.
And seeing where they're at, I'm like, that's why it makes me so happy, because I go, you have no idea what you can do.
No idea.
Right.
You have no idea what you can do. Just keep doing it and like keep going through all the no's and all the stuff that's going to come at you, but like keep going.
Keep going.
Keep
and that's
going.
what I was going to ask. I was going to kind of segue into what advice you would give to. I always try to do something like this where a special guest is going to come on and just try to give some advice to the youth, whether it be dance or a personal project, whatever it might be. And what comes to mind with everything that you just said is literally like Nike's slogan of like, just do it. And I feel like it's literally taking everything that you have in your head, because I'm pretty sure we've all gotten hit up to be like, hey, I got this idea, I want to make this, and then you check up on them like 2 weeks after, and you're like, yo, what happened? And then nothing happens, right? Just because they didn't do, like you said.
I'm guilty of that all the time too. Yeah.
Yeah, but even that whole thing with the habits and the community that you're building, taking those baby steps. What's a word of advice you would give to somebody who hasn't taken the jump into one of your community things, or just like literally trying to find out what they want to do? Because I know a lot of younger people don't know what they want to do. They love dance, they love whatever they have, but
got it. Absolutely.
They're just in I feel like some teens are in a bubble right now where they're just like, I don't know where I want to go moving forward. I know what I want to do now because I'm kind of forced because school, whatever, but where do I want to go from here?
See, it's different because it's going to be different type of advice for different types of people.
Absolutely.
But I knew it's hard. I had 2 goals when I was younger. I knew what I wanted to do from a very young age. From 5 years old, soccer player.
Yeah.
I was going to play for Roma or Juventus in Italy. I knew that going forward.
Right.
Then when I was like 13 and I started getting around more social ideas and understanding my role as a human, I knew that I wanted to be a role model for people. So I had those 2 things from very, very, very young ages.
Yeah.
So if you do know what you like, let's just start with there. If you're a person that knows what you like to do, you need to discover what you can do with it and just go with it.
Right.
There's so many different lanes today to do something you want to do. People stop during the process. I've been studying habits. There's this guy, his name is James Clear. He has written the book Atomic Habits, and Maria, you guys know Maria.
Citrella, yeah.
She recommended this book to me. Is she here right now? She might be.
Where are you here? Go ahead.
So she recommended this book, and I just recently got it, and there was a analogy or a example in it that really made so much sense to how people try to put these ideas into words that people understand. Yeah. So let's just say you're outside. It's freaking freezing in Connecticut right now.
Yeah.
And let's just say you have a piece of ice, and the ice is at 25 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you have to do to heat it up? Put energy into it, right? So you put energy into it, and now it's 26 degrees. It's still ice.
Yeah.
You put more energy into it. Now it's 27 degrees. You put even more energy into it. 28, 29, 30, 31. It's a lot of time, but nothing's changed. It's still a block of ice. Then you hit 32.
Yeah.
What starts to happen?
Nope.
It starts to melt. Right? So you put that time in, you don't give up, you keep going. That's the time where you're, later on, you're going to see the results start to happen.
Yeah.
They don't happen right away.
Interesting.
All the time, if you think about it. Yes, for a few people that we see on social media, but all the time, if you really get real about it, it's not as real as you think.
Yeah.
It's the image that they're successful.
Right. Got you.
Right. To actually be successful in having longevity, which I think is more important than temporary success.
Absolutely.
Right? Because you're gonna achieve something, and then you have to keep it going. It's the process of going through it when you don't see the results because you like to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
That is my biggest thing. And if you like to do something,
Say that one more time.
yes, if you like to do something, don't stop. Go through it till you see the results, because they're going to happen. But what really matters is how much time you put into it while you're doing it. And then even when you don't see the results, if you truly love it, keep doing it. Period.
Yes. Yes. Because results do not equal success during the process.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
So just because you don't see it happening doesn't mean that you're not going towards whatever it is. And I think that's the problem. I think while people are holding that block of ice,
Why is it not melted yet?
Their hands also their hands is getting cold at the same time. So the energy that they're putting in, that part of their hand is losing energy at the same time. Some people drop it.
Yes.
And it doesn't melt. It just stays there. So I feel like, just to bounce off your analogy there, that's what I feel like you said, the process needs to be visualized during. I mean, the goal needs to be visualized during the process.
Absolutely.
So that
you definitely need that. Yes. That's what I do at my company pretty much is I work with people to go through that process.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I learned that, and when I learned that, I speak to people about, hey, even when I ask people, hey, do you have any goals? What's your plan to your goals? And people look at me cross-eyed, and I'm like, oh, okay,
dude,
this is okay.
Yeah.
Now we need to teach you this.
Yeah.
We need to teach you that there's better ways to plan. As you think about distraction, right? I always look at like goals and those ideas of having goals as GPS coordinates, right? If you want to if you're in LA and you want to go to Santa Monica Beach, right? You can't just write it, I want to go to the beach. Where are we going? Huntington?
Yeah.
We're going to Manhattan. We're going to Santa Monica. We're going to Malibu. There's so many beaches we can go to.
Right.
You got to be specific in understanding where you want to go. And then you plug it in. It brings you right there if you just follow the path. Right? So you got to have that plan that gets you there, but you need to know where you're going first.
Absolutely.
I had like a little moment once where like I had a plan, like I had all this stuff, and then I'm doing videos like on my Instagram and stuff like that. And I just had a moment where I was like, this is getting me nowhere. Like, I feel like nobody's even watching what I'm doing. And I have this friend, he dances in LA, he dances for Tajik. Shout out to Anthony. And mind you, I haven't talked to
Anthony
him
who?
like
Everybody knows Anthony.
What's the last name?
Yeah.
New Haven,
I don't
right?
know his last name. I can't remember.
New Haven? Here?
Yeah.
Tall.
He's tall.
Tall
bald.
Anthony, right?
Word. Okay, cool.
You know what
But
Anthony's talking about.
I speak to him sometimes on Instagram, but I haven't spoken to him in person. So I saw him at a party. So we had no idea what I was going through or thinking about. And he comes up to me and he hugs me. He goes, "Oh, trust me, people are watching your stuff."
Oof.
And I said nothing to him about how I felt. And he was like, "Your videos, people are watching, trust me." And I was like, all right, what's the next one?
Absolutely. No, and that's what I'm saying, man,
That's
is
so
you got to
cool.
go through that.
Yeah.
Because you got to figure out, like, if that's your lane, if you realize, okay, cool, I got to make videos to get somewhere I want to go, whether it's on social media or in person, or if you have a specific thing you're trying to pitch it to, just keep making it.
Right.
Because not only are you going to be seen, but now when you're actually hired for the job, you can actually do it. Because I've seen this too. People see your videos. You get hired for the thing. You don't know what you're doing. Guess what? You're fired and never hired again.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to go through that process of messing up, fixing it, being like, what are my mistakes? Because then when I get to the real world, mistakes are going to happen all the time. How quickly can you recover and problem solve? And that's what people want to be around. Even with dancers. I want to be around dancers that can, if something goes wrong, can you fix it? Something goes wrong on stage, can you grab something that the artist doesn't step on? Right? Like, those things are important. So you got to push through even when you think people are not watching. That's one thing I was so lucky about when I danced. Bro, like, I'm not the best dancer. Nobody's the best dancer. But I trusted that I liked dancing so much. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to do it.
Right.
Period. Right? And so that's why you keep going. Because it's not just about the views. It's like, this is what I do. I identify as this.
Right.
I'm a dancer. I don't care if I have 5,000 views, 50,000 views, 6.2 million views on a video. Cool. But what do I do?
Well, you.
Yeah.
Right? The views are just there to help give you something to work with business-wise. That's the difference.
Right.
But if you identify as it, as a dancer, that you're doing that, you're going to do it. And the results will come when you keep putting stuff out. I've never seen somebody who makes videos over and over and over again, over and over, not eventually hit something.
True.
Happens all the time. And it's always the ones where you put the least amount of work into, right? I've dropped $3,000 on some videos, and I'm like, this is fire. And it is for work I have to submit places.
Yeah.
But for IG, 3,000 views. And I'm like, damn, I paid $1 per view for this.
You did,
the Gunguru one?
Gunguru, yeah.
I literally went to, my friends taught a class, and this video has been seen probably close to 50 million times. I went to class for fun. I needed a break from my serious dancing, and I went to class, and I had the best time. I put this video out. They put the video out. Phone is going crazy. And I said, oh, what? Why? How is this?
Because nobody can make an
So
algorithm
wild,
besides, like, you do whatever you want to do. It's like you create the algorithm.
Yeah, and that's an important part, right? Because think about that. When people started being like, and people try to pigeonhole you with everything you do, right? Like, oh, I remember I was in class and they're like, I had a friend outside that's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, what does that even mean?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't run my life.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I definitely realized from a really early age too is I will respect everybody. If you're a boss of me, if I'm working for you, respect. However, you will never tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
You will
yes.
never tell me what to do. If I want to do something and I trust it and I trust myself because I've worked hard on my mind, I'm going to do it.
Right.
So if I want to take this class, cool. I take beginner classes all the time still. People just that are around me don't know that I do. That's how I stay fresh with my
Or know why.
Say that again?
yeah, I don't
Still helps.
Say that again?
which part?
Beginner classes?
Oh, I take beginner classes all the time.
Right.
Because, and actually in LA, I started teaching a beginner class and I never was going to.
Yeah.
I was like advanced only. Boom, I don't do beginner classes at all. And then I remember dropping my ego because I remember going to New York and Luam. You guys know Luam at all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, great. So she would have an advanced class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then on either was Thursday or Friday, I forget exactly what, I think it was Thursday daytime, she had a beginner class, beginner intermediate. And I loved taking both because in the daytime I could just like worry about like performance and not thinking so hard. And then nighttime was like, oh, this choreography is a lot harder. So now we can focus on different things. So in LA, I started teaching, I accepted finally teaching a beginner intermediate class.
Yeah.
This class, I have made more relationships with people that have nothing to do with dance that have changed my life more than anything else.
Beginner intermediate.
I have people that work for SpaceX take my class.
Wow.
Like it's just crazy when you open yourself up to things that other people try to talk you out of.
Yeah.
That you know you should just do, and you drop your ego and you go, I don't care that this person who I used to dance with 4 years ago who just runs their mouth is saying this about me. Stop. What do I want to do?
Master your own.
And then when you step into it, you go, if this person is talking bad about me, that has nothing to do with me.
Ain't none of your business.
And I don't care. and when you get to a level of managing that in your mind, it's so liberating because you recognize that they can't run you.
Right.
And when people really criticize, it has nothing to do with you. It's them. Right? Like they're not happy about something. I've never seen someone who's really successful talk bad about people who are trying to do something
Yeah.
because they understand what goes into it. That's why whenever I go places, I always just observe and I watch and I support everybody. I literally go into places and I'm like, cool, who's doing what, who's working hard? Great, keep doing that. Because that's where I was at.
Right.
You know, and it's like when you see other people doing that and when they're doing well, why do I need to tear anybody down?
Right, because how is me being negative helping me in any way?
Exactly.
I'm going to be in the same place. Like,
I use
At
negativity
one
as fuel,
point.
man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you
I
have
use it
to
as
at
fuel.
that part. You have to.
Fuel. Anytime I get any type of negativity or anything like that,
Right.
fuel it. Fuel it.
Yeah.
It literally fuels me. I mean, it shouldn't be that. The the primary gas. No, it shouldn't be, but
But
it's
yeah, but
definitely-
it's better than to take it in.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
train
absolutely.
yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
No, dude, that's a bunch of good gems, James. I love that. That was fire, bro.
And that's a skill in itself too. What you're saying, like the flipping the negativity, because you can use it at first, but then you got to learn to master it.
Oh yeah, mastering is definitely it's so hard not to be petty out here, y'all. It's so hard not to be petty.
But why though? I'm gonna ask you that because
It's
for
easier-
me, it's not hard.
practicing after practicing it, it's easier.
Got it.
Beginning, whenever like first getting any type of like negativity, it was tough, and I'm like, I want to say A B C D E F N G.
The emotional
right
reaction.
now. I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
say this, but then I'm like, you know what? Y'all gonna see me work,
Yep, dude,
Y'all
and
can see
that's
work.
the best.
and then
thing
after that, it got
you can
easier.
do.
It got way easier. No, so now it's easier to just chill out.
Yeah.
But-
So you are good at focusing.
oh, dude, so trust me.
No, I know. Trust me, I know.
Trust me. I'm on the things that I'm very, very passionate about. Absolutely, I'm in 100%. That's my thing.
It's just cleaning up.
Yeah, like smaller things.
This is why it's
Right.
called delegation.
Like
Your students. No, I'm just kidding.
I had to put gutters on the house, and I was like, I'm gonna do that one tomorrow,
Bro,
And then 3 days passed, and I was like,
pay somebody.
James,
bro.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm
James,
thinking-
I'm gonna tell you what.
No, before you talk,
okay.
because you're gonna go in. Before James talked, James was like, "Yo, yeah, I came home so I could shovel some snow so I could work out." Bro, that was like he made it a sport. So I already don't want to hear his excuse for talking about like I'm coming home just to shovel on purpose.
yo,
He's not wrong though. He's not wrong.
that story.
That was last year. That was
Yeah, he's
actually
like, yeah,
last
I'm
year.
gonna shovel 'cause I just wanna get
And it
some
was funny. You know, it was funny because we just went through COVID, bro, and I was just like,
that.
yeah.
Oh,
But
so
no,
yeah, yeah.
that's
Everybody's
funny
trying to
because
exercise.
when I'm not around Connecticut anymore, so I used to shovel when I was a kid.
Yeah.
My parents snowing outside, 6 inches, 12 inches.
All of us.
Always
You're
shoveling.
from Connecticut. We
You
gotta
always
shovel.
shoveling.
Somebody shoveled at one point.
Absolutely.
No snowboard.
and then you see down the street they got the blood.
Yeah. Damn.
Hey, oh, please.
Yeah. So when I did that, I remember last year I did it, and I remember I was halfway down my driveway, and I remember saying to myself, "Oh, I don't do this anymore." See, because and this is funny because I also didn't understand this concept until later. And I still have a hard time giving up responsibility, right? You might have this issue too.
Yes.
The idea of delegation, right?
Yes.
So I didn't
Your
understand
roles.
it until somebody broke something down to me, right? No, it's okay because I still struggle with it, right? Because you want to save your resources.
Right.
You want to save your money. You want to save everything
Also,
else.
I'm also big on learning. Like I wanted to learn how to put the gutter.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I do with my business. I do everything myself too, because I want to learn it in the beginning, so that way when I delegate, if something happens, I know
do it
why.
real quick, yeah.
Yeah, well, not even just do it, but I know why, and I can help you.
Oh,
Now, because I don't.
literally.
If I can hire somebody to do it and they mess up, cool. Try this, and
How
I
to
can
teach
help.
somebody also,
Yeah, because I
without-
don't. Yeah, I don't want to just be like, no, you suck, you're fired.
not how you
blah,
teach.
blah. Yeah.
You want to learn while they're learning.
Exactly, right? Because then we'll learn together, and then they're using their brain power, and then it creates a better relationship,
Yeah.
right? But this guy broke it down, and I was just like mind blown because I never understood why would you delegate when you could just learn how to do it? Then you're more valuable. Okay, guess what? You can't do everything.
No.
Okay, you can't. You don't have enough energy. You don't have enough time. You can't. So when he said, okay, cool, if you're used to making $100 an hour, right, and somebody wants to put your gutters up and you can hire some for $20 an hour, what are you gonna do? You're gonna try to save $20 an hour and waste $100 of earning time
Right.
per hour? Let's just say it takes you 8 hours to put the gutter up. Obviously, it's gonna take more, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
8 hours, right? That means you can make $800. But you can get your gutters done at the same time. You don't need to do anything, and now you're paying what, $160?
Yeah.
Right? 8 times 20. So now you still netted what, $840?
Yeah.
And you got your gutters done, and now you were able to make more. Versus if you went and did the gutters, you saved $20. So really, what, you lost $840.
Damn.
That's when you need to know. When that got broken down to me, I only understood the money saving part,
Right.
not the earning potential part, because now I can still be where I am, where I'm actually good at what I'm doing. Yes, you were
But I
gonna.
had nothing to do that day, so.
That's true. No. So when you have that time, for sure, right? You can, because also too, like if I was a homeowner,
Right.
Absolutely. I'm going to learn to do things around the house a little bit.
Something.
So that way, yes, when I have my wife one day and I look like I can fix things.
Yeah.
Right? Versus like, I don't know how to do any of this right now. So we need a painter. Hey, Mike, my friend. Like, I want to have, hire people that are good at what they do, but I still want to have some knowledge
Of something.
just for myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get that. But here's the thing is you have nothing to do. Why do you have nothing to do, bro?
Oh, true.
Figure it out.
Oh.
So I have a threshold that I have to hit
Hold
every
on,
day.
James, before I say that, when you're a homeowner,
I get it.
and listen, people, especially the fellas out here, it's something about holding a drill and some tools. You just want to work on something,
wanna
bro,
do
in your
something.
house, and you be like, ooh.
Yeah.
Like, I think that I should get a new shelf.
Yo, literally, bro. Yo, Lowe's and like after owning a home, Lowe's and Home Depot have been like my
Best friend.
best friend. Like,
I be in there all the
I
time
used
for
to
no
be
reason. Put some tape.
Yeah, like yo, Best Buy. I used to
3
go-
hours later.
my young store used to be like, let's say kids, Toys R Us, obviously, and then became like GameStop as a teenager, and now Lowe's, Home Depot.
Yeah.
So I used to work at Home Depot before I moved to LA.
For real?
That was my job. Yeah.
Dope.
I had my 2 best friends worked at Home
What
Depot.
section?
I used to be a cashier and I used
Okay.
to work in garden.
Oh.
But I learned garden.
What's garden?
Oh, I thought you said working Guardian.
Oh no! Imagine like what superpowers do you have?
Right, I was saying.
Guardians of the Guardians of Home Depot.
Was it lumber party?
So yeah, I used to work cashier in all the different registers except paint. So I used to work in lumber sometimes, just front end, and then garden. Garden was my favorite because I love plants. I
Yeah.
love nature and green, and just landscaping is cool to me. But lumber is early. Right, because you have to get there before all the builders get
Right,
there,
right.
and they're filing
Like
in
5 a.m.
tons
or
of wood.
something,
Yeah,
right?
I used to
Crazy?
be at 5 a.m. Yep, 4:30 check-in. But yeah, I did that job for 6 months before I moved to LA. That's how I made money to save up money to go to LA.
Nice.
And I just remember being there, and I was like, this was such a great job to have.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know anything about hardware.
I hear that's a great job to have, dude.
I learned so much
Yeah. Yeah.
that I knew later, okay, cool, now I can go here and be competent when I step into Home Depot.
Yeah.
Right.
Instead of just walking around like, can somebody help me?
Yeah.
Right,
And I look
yeah.
crazy.
What paint looks good on
never asked for
a
help.
kitchen floor?
Yeah.
Like,
Just no idea.
Dude, it's also rewarding too. Like looking at something that, at least for me, looking at something that, and this can go into anything, not just home ownership, but when you have something that was one way and then you put your energy into it and then made it what it is today, it's something more rewarding about that than having somebody else do it. But I do get the fact that having somebody else do it is also a blessing to be able to do that and also have your time back. And I'll give you an example. My buddy Uriah, he's seen the back storage thing back here. He was like, yo, I'll give you so such and such money and I'll clean that whole thing. And I was like, nah, I could do that, man. I'll save some time next week to do that. And then I thought about it and I was like, do I really want to? And I texted him back. I was like, Venmo? He was
Yeah.
like, yeah. And I was like, all right, bet. And then he came in next day, it was cleared out. And I was like, fine.
And isn't it just so?
It felt good.
It does.
felt good.
Because also, you're also helping the social economy.
Yes, exactly.
You're giving something for people to do to earn income too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's another thing too. It was like, all right, yeah. At that point, you
Yeah.
help somebody else.
You have to get to a certain level of maturity though to understand
Right.
that point.
yeah.
Right.
In the beginning, when you're younger, you're just like you care about your money,
Right.
and then you realize like,
Nah, you're helping others.
yeah,
Right.
that was a
Yeah,
big
there's
click for me. Yeah, that was a big click for me when I
Yeah.
started doing that, and I was like, wow, it's cool. Like when you think about business owners, some of these people are responsible for people's families.
Yeah.
Right? If you're CEO of a business or something,
You gotta fire
you're
somebody.
responsible for 10,000 employees
Yeah.
Crazy.
And
every day.
Firing somebody, like, you have to be responsible to say, like, this is Christmas.
Yeah,
You gotta go
I
home
couldn't,
to little
dude.
Tim.
My heart, nah, I could never. I'm delegating that job. I'm delegating.
Yeah. That's why we got delegated job.
Yeah.
I know, like, this is real
Speaking
sensitive.
of Home Depot,
Oh.
I want to hear a joke about construction.
No.
Isn't Maddie?
Nope.
Hold on.
Or his
I'm
joke's
still
not
working
good.
on it.
Not doing it.
Oh my God. That's.
I'm canceling Maddie.
Is that the end of the podcast?
What did Ashley say? What's the last thing? Oh, what is Ashley?
Oh, we didn't read any of these comments.
Yeah, we didn't
Sorry,
read
y'all.
anything.
Ash says, I never knew I could be so hype about lighting fixtures.
Yo, right?
I hear
We're just
that.
such a
Lighting
like
fixtures,
housey
bro.
people. Like I love decorating my crib right now. Like I got like some plants hanging up, like some vines on my thing, and like in the middle is like my calendar. So it's like covering. I'm like artsy fartsy kind of
on,
vibe.
dope.
So you already know me.
That's cool.
Hey man, that's
But-
where you live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was
It's good
going
to
on
fix it
crazy.
where
Just
you
you know, like get a little feng shui popping.
live. Yeah.
You know,
Actually,
a
I feel you on that
something,
lighting
about feng
fixtures
shui?
because
A little something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
lighting fixtures in the bathroom.
Gotta make
Fire.
you feel good.
I saw this tweet and it was like, you know, you're old when you think this is nice, and it was a pot set, and it was. I was like, that is a nice.
When you
pot
look
set.
at it,
I mean,
nice.
like I ain't old.
And you're like, wait, did I have that one?
Yo,
That would look great next time. Next my cat.
what? My plates is white, so that'll clash. Nah.
I'm not gonna get that.
Nah, but it is fun though. It is fun to look
It's fun,
like look
dude.
for stuff and
It's
decorate.
it's so
and stuff.
crazy though because as a kid you're like, oh, why are we going to Home Depot?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's go to Toys R Us.
Nah, I was
Yeah.
doing cartwheels in the Home Depot when I was a kid. I was like, I'm gonna just be annoying as heck for no reason.
Yo. We got a question from Maya Messino before we wrap up the pod.
Let's go.
Love questions.
If you were offered, this is crazy. If you were offered to quit dance for $5 million, would you do it?
Yes.
$5 million.
Wait, but what does it entail? Like quit dance as in, like in the industry, or can I still freestyle in my house?
Let's be radical. let's be radical and say like you lose, you transfer your dance ability
Oh,
out of your body.
I was talking
and
to
you receive money.
Okay, I'm going first. I was talking to Sinquay about this already. I was like, I don't know if I could live without rhythm. Like literally, like I do that on a daily. Like I can't stop clapping on beat. If I clap off beat, I'm mad. I'm upset. So it's a pass for me.
That's
$5
a-
mil. I mean,
yeah, $5
I'm still
mil.
working life. I life is to live, not to. I don't think money is like living.
Like Takeisha's $5 million party. Hey.
Yeah, like everybody here, everybody like grooving like.
Oh no.
Oh, I couldn't
Those
do it.
vibes would be so off. I can't.
I would be so upset with myself. $5 million. Ugh, I'm
Don't
good.
Takeis. Don't Takeis.
I mean, the value of a dollar at this point, $5 million is like $5.
Yeah, true.
Good luck.
Yeah, let's bump that up to like 50 mil. Cause $5 mil, you ain't.
So
going
it's a
too far.
pass for me. I wouldn't do it
Pass
because
for you?
I love rhythm. I love dance too.
Pass?
Like yeah.
Let's go with Quay.
I don't know because
$5
then,
mil.
I know because then I can focus on my acting,
Oh okay.
but then I also love dancing. So then I'm gonna just have to say no.
You gonna say
Let's
no?
go.
No.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm gonna go ready. I shall say, I'm taking the money.
Okay. Answers
And then
why?
I'm gonna delegate somebody to dance to make the dance routines
For me.
for me, and
But you wouldn't-
hologram and meta in the metaverse.
But yo, if you don't know how to dance, you probably wouldn't even know what you're doing. Like you wouldn't even know how to delegate
I'm
that.
hiring somebody to make the dance for me and then
That's
hologram
nice.
my face
Oh my
Onto
God.
the-
onto the body. So
That's on your whole
technically, I'm
$5
still
million
there.
right there.
Yeah,
Well, that's
feel
not
me?
the
I got it.
Okay.
I got the money.
It ain't the feeling, but I got
I'm
you. I get
delegating.
you. It's the soul.
It ain't
bro.
the feeling. I know.
soul.
I don't know if you can feel it in the metaverse yet. We don't know.
He just like this. I think I'm cool. That's nice. Okay.
Hey, you want to come out to the dance? I can't right now. I gotta get my meta.
Hold on, let me text somebody.
Give me my
You make up
avatar
a
right.
dance right now, real quick. I'm gonna send you a link. Pass it over.
I'll give you 20 G's though.
Yeah.
20 G's.
You're
make
gonna be
this
spending
dance.
mad money. Your $5 mil is about to be gone.
Let me get this two-step real quick for you for 500.
You're done. You're
Add
canceled.
up.
Yo, nah, I wouldn't. You know what? It take a lot. 50 mil.
Jasper said, "Nah, how could you do dance like
That's
that?"
what I'm saying. Yo, Joe, that's how you started, bro. That's how I met you. Imagine you in high school.
I feel like you're gonna.
I have a lot of passions.
Okay, what would you do? You do.
I have a lot of passions. So for
I'll be
me to
fine.
be so for me, yes, it would hurt. It would suck.
It'll take a lot though.
Think
It's a
about
crazy
this,
sacrifice.
though. Okay.
But I know my daughter's set.
Think
Okay.
about this though.
You-
Bruno Mars just came out with a new album, and the song is
Dang.
Ah, did you get?
and the song is fire, and you can't touch it.
Cause that's what dance
And you
is, man.
can't
That's,
touch
I'm telling you,
it.
that's what dance is. See, I was thinking the same thing. Cause you won't be
Yeah,
able to
because
feel
you know
nothing.
that feeling when
'Cause
you
if
just
you
hear
said
a
you got-
song for the first
Right.
time.
Mhm.
that
Yes.
you're like- So no, I think that's a great point because right now I'm so happy to be alive and at my age creating to music like this
That one got me.
because it's so influential.
Yeah, that one got me.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's literally happening right now, just like the music videos we used to watch. That was happening right then.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So, yeah, bro. It's a hard no for me for many reasons.
Yup.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to make 5 million different ways.
Yeah.
So,
This one,
There you go.
ooh.
yeah.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Money is, I'm telling you, money's not my
Comes
life.
and
You can't let that
goes,
rule you. I could never let
Yeah.
it say.
got me
Dance has been my whole,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yo, but because when I see Normani's video, that sparked something in me that was like, it's new again. Normani's,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I was like,
Did you do?
When I watched that video for the first time, I remember like, I felt like MTV was back.
Do you guys get
I
chills? Do
literally-
you guys get chills when you listen to music?
Sometimes. It depends. It depends.
on what it
Sometimes.
is.
I heard it's like
Chills?
certain people get
Chills.
chills when
Oh,
they
yeah.
listen to
I
music.
get chills when I'm
Chills,
mostly like
emotional.
live
Certain
stuff now.
parts. Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
it's like more live than just radio. Because I mean, my headphones aren't that good.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like the AirPods, you're like, yo, you gotta get updated now. Like, okay, Apple got you. I don't got the surround sound where I can turn
But
the.
I
outside.
love the AirPods.
But
I
not the
actually love
old
the
ones, bro.
AirPods.
Like, 'cause they be
Okay,
just like,
okay.
yo, they
I just
want you
got
to
the Beats
upgrade.
Fits Pro. Fire.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're dope. And
I
they
like
stay in your ear.
that. Yeah, but so do AirPods.
Which
You don't- you don't
ones?
pro-
The newest
ones.
They got the hook in it?
No hook.
I love the hook.
Mine never fall out of my ears, and I.
Oh,
do
me and Gerald already
everything
said
with
it. Not to be funny, but we already said it. Like black ears,
Black is
they big and they don't hold AirPods at
Yo,
all.
since,
I be
since like the old iPods and iPhones, I'd be This is me walking from school every day,
yes.
and then I'll see somebody else
Oh wait,
like
no.
jogging.
Mine
and
used to be like older headphones.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
ones- No, mine don't. They don't fit my ears either. But these AirPods are amazing.
But that's
because the
it's same-
weightedness.
Oh, I see. I see.
The way they're the way they're designed. Because I bought like a cheap $50 pair. I was like, oh, I don't need the AirPods. They're
Yeah, yeah.
like 200, 250. So I got them, and I remember I wore them to the gym,
Mm-hmm.
and I came home and my ears hurt so bad. I was like, this is why these are $50. And so literally, I went to the store the next day, and I just like, yo, here, just take my money,
'Cause it was
give me
cramped
the
in your ear.
AirPods. I put them in, and I said, this is why they're $250.
Wait, you got that little like rubber joint that goes into them and then they go
No.
stick in your ear?
No, just the regular.
Is it just the,
regular
it's just the
ones?
AirPod?
I don't have them on me right now, but just
It's not
the ones
pros.
with the little.
Not the pros. Not the AirPod Pros.
The regular one.
250. That's the AirPod Pros.
But the pros have the thing on it.
Yeah.
No, what I don't know what they are, but they come in the little case that are magnetic. You charge it.
Well, are they
in.
the long case or just a square?
Square.
What are we talking about again?
Normani.
Regular ones.
Yeah, but that's yeah, exactly. Let me see the.
Did you pay 250 for those?
Yeah, the regular.
Bro,
When
who
they
got
first
you?
came
regular
out.
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
same. I thought you thought
Yeah.
I thought you had
I
the
thought you had
new
the new
No,
ones.
no. Are there new ones? And I get those then. What are they different?
They're the pros.
Yeah, these fall in my ear.
Oh, those don't fall in my ear.
They fall out my ear.
My ears is huge or something.
Those changed my life.
They fall out my
Those are
ear.
good. But like I had to like hook them and I pull them around.
Yeah,
and, like, I had to put
it's
them
a whole
here.
process, bro.
See,
So you got them like
Right.
up in the ear,
I
like
had to do
the
some
tip of
crazy
it. It's like
stuff,
up.
and they still fall out.
But how does it stay
I put
on? Because
Elmer's
it's like the
glue in
lace.
mine.
The front is like a sensor.
they can stay in, but I can't dance in them.
Got it.
I'm surprised nobody did that. Little wall on them. I'm like,
Somebody gonna do
Got
like,
it.
You know, I need a little extra something. A hook.
Damn.
Put Gorilla Glue.
I didn't know it was like that. I didn't.
might
Not
love-
Gorilla
I wouldn't
Glue.
mind
that.
Glue.
To be honest, I would love headphones in my ears all the time.
Dude, Beats Fit Pro. Fire. Let's pick them up.
At
200.
this point.
All right. Do we have any comments? We didn't read any of the comments.
Yeah,
We
I
were
think we
in
can
it.
end off in that because we're almost at 2 hours, bro.
Yeah, we're at 140. Yeah,
Yeah, we gotta kind of
145.
tap out. But James had a lot of gyms, so we're happy about that. We're never mad about the length of time.
Nah.
It's
especially
only
when
about
quality
the
and
gyms that we.
How long is it usually?
We try to hit an hour, but lately it's been an hour 50.
Okay.
Hour 20 was the last one. This is the longest one we had.
We're just trying to be optimistic.
Made it.
Trying to make it seem
Oh,
better.
hi.
Save it over.
What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Thank you for everybody who's popping through.
Yo, for
Davey
sure.
said, unless it's Bridgeport water.
We're talking about the clear water.
Out of clear.
We missed everything.
Bridgeport water.
Yeah.
In the lighthouse.
It said, but it says Raymond. It says Ray, right?
Oh, Ray said that. Okay. Dope, Ray.
Jesus.
Eric message retracted. What you deleting, Eric? It's a rumba beat. Oh, okay.
Who said that?
We probably should have read these live.
Yeah.
Are we off now?
No, we're still live.
No,
Oh,
we just
we're
kind of
live.
like going back.
But we're going backwards.
Oh
we should've
yeah,
read
no,
them while they come.
while they were happening, yeah, we definitely didn't even look at that once.
Daisy said, "See those goals as checkpoints." Absolutely.
I think we're talking about yeah.
We're talking about the goal
gotta-
setting
Yep.
and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hey,
yo,
hey.
sconces.
Jasper said, "Ask me the question when I'm 60."
Nah,
Yeah.
how could you dance like that? How you dance
Go
like
ahead.
that? True.
On camera.
When I'm 60?
Yeah, it's smart. Because, I mean, I would do that if I knew when I'm 60. Because, I mean, I think at 60, I'm like, kind of like.
What if B2K make a comeback?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, this is the thing. This is the thing. It's not me not being able to dance that's the problem. It's
Millennium
me
tour.
like having the rhythm, the feel, the soul. Because like if you take away that you can't dance, you probably lose that aspect of yourself.
Of music.
Yeah.
Of music
Yeah, you
music,
can't
yeah.
have like it's in it.
So weird.
It's very weird.
That's hard to think about.
How I was gonna say how can you not dance but have so much rhythm and soul? You know,
Nah, you can't.
You have something in you. So it's like
Yeah,
if you take away dance,
I
it's
think
like,
I think those are two the same. So if you lose
Yes.
the dance, you also lose the
yeah, that's why you
music
said you got a lot of
feeling.
talents, but like you lose half of it.
Right.
You lose half of them talents.
That's how you get the chills.
Like,
As
because
soon as
if
you
you
said
edit in
move,
music,
I'll-
if you're
Do-
editing music on beat, you won't find it.
Oh, that's true. I do that.
He'd be editing like, wait,
I do that. Oh wait, shoot. you're
ask him
right.
like, so is it 1 and a 2? What's
You
the
know
key?
what? Yeah, I
Imagine
definitely take it back. 'Cause
all our-
I film the same way too.
Yes, you watch the chore. That's when you were telling everybody like, oh, that's where I got it from. The choreography.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where I got it from. Because you just.
Right.
Because you're
All
picking
our
up like
lab
that.
videos.
That's
about the-
answered.
Yeah, 'cause he knew- I was like, I knew he's
There's my
lying.
answer.
Keep the 5
But
mil.
at least you were worried about your daughter. We heard you. You said the
Right.
5 mil was like, yo.
It's about the
at least you said-
intention.
right,
Yeah,
he's
it's about
like,
the
she said.
intention.
You know, it wasn't gonna go to Funyuns and Cheetos. And
Yeah, because she's gonna grow up like,
snacks.
Daddy, so why'd you stop dancing? Well, babe.
You girl, you.
I wanted to get you
You know
to
what I
college.
sacrificed for
I gotta be
you?
country.
Well, I'm an old man.
I got smoker's voice.
Well, babe. It's you, girl. Come here, listen. Sit on Bubble Lap. I'm gonna talk to you for a minute.
I love you, daddy.
Sit on Papa. Oh, I got a rhythm. Hold
I
on.
don't got no rest.
Sit on Papa.
All right, whatever. Come here. Stupid.
Oh
You
man.
stupid.
All right. Well, let's end it off with motto of the night.
Okay.
Tyra Banks?
I'll start it with mine. Literally Nike's motto: just do it. Simple. Just do it. Motto for the night.
Everything comes together in the end.
Absolutely.
Do what you want as long as it's not harming anybody.
Absolutely.
If you love it, keep going.
There we go. You heard it here first,
Do.
or second, or third. Whenever.
Because it's cold.
I know.
It's like the extra cold thing. Like,
My feet are actually ice cubes right now.
yeah. That's why we all
been-
moving all the much.
Another episode of Chemistry.
With Joe.
Thank you, James, for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
Joe.
It was great. No, I really love talking to all of you guys.
Yo, always.
Air 5.
Yeah. And you can follow James on Instagram at James Combo Marino.
Absolutely.
Middle name combo.
JAMESCOMBOMARINO on all platforms.
A B C D E F G.
Website JM.
JMCombo.com
Combo.com.
and subconscioustrends.com. All on my IG. You can find a link to everything.
Dope.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
that's in. Oh,
By the way, fun fact that you don't remember, because why would you?
no.
I took a class from you once at Eastern Connecticut State University like years ago.
Janet piece?
I don't remember.
Okay.
You
At Eastern. I remember so I've taught there twice. I taught
Maybe the first time.
Okay.
I don't know. But I was like, just fun fact. There was nothing behind it.
That's a
There was
class.
nothing behind it. I just wanted to say that.
And that's chemistry.
Thank you for taking my class.
What's that? Episode like 9?
yo, that's
So 20.
This is 9. Yeah,
I think it's 9. I'm trying to keep track.
Hey man, we're trying to
And
stay
that's the
consistent
end
out
of
here.
season
And we're
one.
gonna
Appreciate y'all.
Turn it off the camera so I can start cussing.
And we are out. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Peace out.
camera's
Hey,
there.
thumbnail.
We are.
Okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah.